So here is my mini camping rocket stove heater with cook plate. Cook plate is removable. You can either put your pan on top of there for kind of medium heat, or you can remove and you can put your pot directly on for high heat, which is what we're going to test here in a second. I've got 2 cups of cool water, like you'd pull out of a lake. The top is removable, and the chimney is also removable, just so you can stow and go sort of thing. Built out of 2 light-duty propane tanks, the small ones. Here's a regular Canadian beverage here, just to give you an idea of scale. 2-inch square tubing for the burn chamber. It goes down, and it's a J-tube design. Comes up. Your chimney is insulated with this stuff, filled with vermiculite and capped with fire cement. So the smoke comes out here, back down the side of the primary heat exchanger. There's a hole cut down in here. Once again, it's a 2x2 inch. Smoke comes up here, up through this secondary heat exchanger, which is mounted with 4 aluminum cooling fins, which actually made a big difference. On a side note, cooled the temperature of the chimney surprisingly quite a bit. Just putting these 4 on made a big difference. So the smoke comes up through the secondary heat exchanger and up and out the top, and it runs really well. It fires up really well. It fires up even better than my big one here. This big one I built to heat the shop. My friend's halfway through the flame paint job on the bottom. If you want a build video on how to do it step by step, you can watch this one. In essence, this is nothing more than a scaled down, simplified version of the original big one over there. So, if you want to check it out, check it out. So here we go. Without further ado, I guess I'm going to see how quickly I can boil 2 cups of water, cold water, and I'm going to try, excuse me, I'm going to try and do it with just these sticks here. And so these sticks are 1 5-inch piece of 2x2. So I won't use this. I'm just going to try and do it with this, and I think we can do it. I'm not going to burn it in this configuration. I tried that last night, and while it did get it almost up to just barely a rolling boil, it took a long time, like 20 minutes, more than actually. So I'm going to try it in this configuration, which I think is going to be pretty quick actually. Okay, that was all it took to light it. It really lights up quick. So, if I can get my, here we go. Okay, so here's the Timer just started. Here we go. So there goes the first batch of sticks, and we'll throw in another batch. Okay, so there we go. We're reading 26. I had it bubbling for the last, I would say, 5 minutes, but I wouldn't have called it a full rolling boil. So I did end up having to add in one more little load. I didn't quite make it with a single 5-inch piece of 2x2. But here it is, still burning away there. And lid off the pot, and water's definitely boiling. And I just wanted to show you, it's pretty cool when you take the top off, taking the lid off there. Anyways, so once again in this configuration I was just using the pot like so. Give you a couple more angles of the stove. It's going to go out pretty quick. You only get about, I would say, 10 minutes per little handful of sticks. And I know it took like more than 20 minutes. It took 25 minutes. But that's cold water from cold startup. So I'm not. I think it's okay. If you kept it running, it would obviously be a little quicker. If you wanted to use it for warmth, I'll just show you the front view with the door open. The nail gets a bit hot, but so there it is. There's your ash clean out. At the end of the burn, you can just scoop that out. And we're almost done. We'll just and it just literally burns everything away to nothing. There's nothing but powder left in this thing when it's done. It's pretty cool. You can see I've got a little bit of flame going, not really, but yeah, there's nothing coming out of the top right now. Like nothing. Like you can see heat. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but that's about all you can see. So there it is, mini rocket stove heater with cooktop, camping model, whatever model. Replace your Coleman stove model. Although the Coleman stove has its advantages, but I'm always running out of gas on those things. So take the pot off, cooktop on. There it is. Oh, and one more thing I just wanted to point out. So now, use it as the cooktop. If you did use it in your tent, it's really putting out a lot of heat right in here. In fact, yeah, that would cook your hand if you held it there for too long. Right in here. So it works really well as a little mini heater too, which is great. All right, peace.